Pathfinders, welcome. I'm excited to be back once again. I will be looking at value, how you can increase your value in the marketplace, how you can become irresistible because of the value you bring to the marketplace, how you can be worth millions of dollars in value, okay, to your company and to the marketplace. Today we want to continue on that, we want to conclude on that. And I want to share with you today a little known logical secret, but infrequently understood in the marketplace, and even worse, less frequently practiced, that can eliminate the number one obstacle of buying in the marketplace. So there is an obstacle, the number one obstacle that makes people not to buy in the marketplace. So you will ask me, what is the number one obstacle of buying in the marketplace? I'll share with you very briefly. You need to understand this. There is no buyer in the marketplace that want to make the wrong buying decision. Why? There is a financial implication of making the wrong buying decision. There is a psychological implication of making the wrong buying decision. There is an emotional implication of making the wrong buying decision. So when you make the wrong buying decision, you feel pain. Sometimes you feel stupid. Sometimes you feel less intelligent. So as a matter of fact, that becomes that risk, that emotional risk, that psychological risk, that financial risk becomes the number one obstacle in making a buying decision. You want to be sure whether you are making the right buying decision. So let's consider, for example, okay, the story I read about a farmer. Okay, a farmer wants to buy a little horse, okay, for his daughter, a little daughter. Okay, and in the town there are two sellers, and they both have each one little horse each, and the two little horses that they both seller have, are equal in all ramifications. So what that means is that whichever the farmer chooses, he's not going to make the wrong buying decision. But this is what happened. The first seller said, I sell my horse, little horse, for $500. So that's the cost. You take it or you leave it. That's his own selling proposition. $500, take it or leave it. However, the second guy sells his horse, little horse, for $750, which is $150 more expensive than the first guy. But this guy has a different selling proposition. And look at the selling proposition of the second guy, even though his cost is higher. He told the farmer, I will let you have, okay, the little horse for 30 days. Okay, before you make your purchasing decision, your buying decision. Your daughter can test out, the little horse for 30 days before she makes you find out whether she likes it or not. And this seller promised, okay, that to bring the little horse, over to the farmer's house with 1 month worth of feeding, hay for feeding the horse. So I'm going to make provision for 1 month to feed the horse. Okay, he also promised to send a staple man once in a week to show the little girl how to groom and care the little horse. You can get, in addition to that, okay, he said that, look, try to market the little horse, and told the farmer that, look, the little horse is not going to hurt your daughter. It is gentle, it is kind, okay, so your daughter can go on a daily basis on a ride with little horse for 30 days to see whether your little daughter and the little horse can get along. And finally, he said that after 30 days, I'm going to drive over, okay, and I'm going to do two things. One is that I'm going to take my horse, okay, and clean up, everything that is there if you don't like it, okay, and secondly, if you like it, only then can you make the buying decision. So the question I ask is that, from this experience, which of the buyer or the seller rather, do you think that the farmer will buy, this little horse from? Is it from the one that said 500, take it or leave it, or the one that says 750, but let it try it, okay, for how many months? 30 days, 1 month, okay? I will bring somebody to teach your little girl. He's kind, he's not going to hurt. Your daughter can, take the horse and ride it once a day for 30 days and see whether your daughter can get along with the little horse. Which one do you think, okay, this man is going to buy from? Dear Word Pathfinder, listen to this. The biggest secret to success in business or career is always to maintain the edge in everything you do, to maintain the competitive edge in everything you do. And one of the ways, the biggest competitive advantage, that you will ever gain, always have in business, is to make it easier for your customer and your client to say yes than it is to say no. You will agree with me that, for the man that gave 30 days trial, it will be easier, okay, for the buyer to say yes than to say no. So you do this by taking away the financial, the psychological, the emotional risk factor that are always attached, sometimes obvious and stated, sometimes unstated, to any decision-making proposition you make to a client or a customer. So anytime you make your customer, want to make the buying decision, you need to ensure that you take away, okay, the risk, the financial risk, the psychological risk, the emotional risk that is associated with that buying decision. So when you remove the risk for anyone deciding to do business with you, it will result to a powerful advantage in your business and your financial success, that most of your competitors will not even understand. However, listen to this, you cannot do this successfully except you are sure of the value that you offer. You can't do this successfully except you are very sure that you have quality in your value, except you are very sure that what you are selling is going to meet the needs of the buyer. That is the only way you can do it. If you are certain of your value, listen to this, okay, and the value of what you sell, I want to encourage you today to always assume the risk in every transaction you have with your customers or your client by offering what? 100% money back guarantee. Very important. So what you are saying that if my value does not live up to expectation, if my value does not meet your need, okay, I'm so sure of it that if it does not, what is going to happen? I'm going to collect it back to you from you, and sometimes I'm going to let you keep it, but I will return your money. This is how to demonstrate that your product, your service can perform, okay, the promise that you are making to the customer. So you are telling them, let them know that if they are ever dissatisfied with your product or your services, you will give them their money back 100%, or you will redo the job, or at no further charge, or whatever it takes to demonstrate that your product or your service is valuable, at the best quality and will meet the needs of the customer. This is very important. This is also we demonstrate that you have a total commitment, okay, and you are passionate about satisfying the needs of the customer. So you put the customer first, you are passionate, you are committed, you are totally committed to their satisfaction. So what is the result of assuring your client or your customers of your value, okay, and the value of your product or service by reversing the risk? Because, okay, you are sure of the value of what you are offering. The first advantage is that, okay, it's been proven, okay, over and over by marketing experts that when you put very specific and dramatic performance-based, listen to this, it has to be performance-based guarantee or risk reversal, okay, on what you are selling or the product or the service that you are selling, your sales will almost certainly skyrocket, because what? You have removed the number one obstacle of buying, which is the financial, psychological, and emotional risk of making the wrong buying decision. The second thing that it does is that because you guarantee your client or your customer specific outcome and result, okay, you will normally perform even better than usual in order to assure them, okay, that your business can deliver what you promise. So once you have made a promise, the promise will propel you to go all out to over deliver, okay. Of course, you know that if you don't deliver your promise, you're going to return back their money, which means that you're going to work or give the product even for free. Imagine that the man that gave the horse is not good enough. After 30 days trial, what happened? With all the money he spent, with all the effort he spent, the people will reject, okay? But this guy is so sure of his horse that he's ready to get them to try for 30 days, knowing that when they try for 30 days, they're going to find out that it meets exactly their requirement and they had no other option, but to pay for it. But this time the guy is asking that, look, even if you don't want to pay for it, I'm ready to take it back home, okay? So that's what it does for you. So the client ends up receiving a higher, okay, than expected level of service, quality, and performance. And so what happened? Both you and your client win big, because that has raised your standard, okay, and has also raised the quality that you deliver, okay, to your customer. This is the value thinker way of doing business. This is the web pan founder ways of doing business. This always offer performance. They always offer what? Performance-based guarantee, because they are confident of their value. Where they can not meet expectation, they are ready to return the money 100%. Why? Because they don't want to keep your money when you are not getting the value that they promise. So this is the Wealth Pathfinder way of doing business. This is the Value Thinker way of doing business. So let me know what you think. This is where we're going to end for today. Let me know what you think about what we have shared today. Share your comment. If you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please do so, and make sure you share within your network. And certainly, by the grace of God, we'll be here next week to consider another vital topic as we, attempt to grow our business. Thank you, and do have a lovely, lovely, lovely week.